Gonna jump right in with our next guest.
Mhm.
And
It's
this
a video. This should be
we're
Keith.
we're we're gonna we're gonna move that
Okay.
because I'm
Oh, okay.
right in the waiting room. And so yes, we're gonna do a little
Oh,
shifting.
Cassandra. Okay.
Hey, Cassandra, we're gonna do a little shifting and save Keith Thomas's video for just a little bit
Okay.
later, since
Okay.
Cassandra is right on time in her slot. And
Mhm.
Cassandra, welcome. And we're gonna turn it over to you to just give a little short introduction before
Mhm.
she shares one of her own poems. And so
Yay.
we're really looking forward to that. We are so
Mhm.
excited you're with us today.
Oh, thank you
Yes.
so much. This is a really incredible production you've put on here. And I made the horrible mistake of watching since it started this morning. So I am now extremely intimidated.
Oh no, no, you're gonna do a beautiful
Oh,
job. You're gonna
No,
do a
I
beautiful
figured it would be
job.
worse to leave you with dead air than to just not show up. So
Oh no,
it's gonna
Cassandra,
be
you're
wonderful. We're excited, and that's the whole part. It's all about just the variety. We
yes,
love the variety.
and
So,
Cassandra placed, I think it was second last year in our Poet Like Poe poetry
mhm.
contest, and so we just she is a beautiful writer, and so we're just gonna let you take it away.
all
Yeah.
right, you're very kind. I think it might have only been honorable mention. I don't know if I did as
Yeah,
well as all that.
I can't. I thought, yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
So this poem is very short. It's called Battlefield Cradle. One day, when mushrooms and alders have made loam of immeasurable loss, flowers will bloom, birds will sing, and bees will buzz, shaded by trees who have burrowed their scars and burrowed their roots into bones no one carried home. The real red lines, earth stained with last breaths and blood, and sinking souls who found eternity in mycelium messages and sugar stored for spring, will green in the end. However far afield her children roam, a mother always gathers them home. And that was it.
That's wonderful. I mean, it doesn't matter the length or anything else.
That's right.
It's all about giving the audience emotion. And I think that's one of the things that hits home is it's all about emotion and I love the background and any of us has ever had our own battles, whether it be inside ourselves or against something else, but that just really speaks. And
I agree.
Holly says that was beautiful, and Jason says very well done, beautiful job. So see, you were worried for nothing. I knew you were going
Exactly.
to do a good job.
Yes. And so,
So,
yeah, Cassandra, what are you working on right now?
Well,
mhm.
I have a new book that I'm super excited about. It comes out, we're hoping it comes out on May 5th, which is Indigenous Women's Day.
Okay.
Um, and it's called Ghost Girls and Rabbits.
Ooh,
And it's a psychological horror, sort of a literary thriller about the epidemic we have here in North America of missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls. So
hmm.
I think
Yeah.
it's going to be, I hope it's going to make even just a small amount of difference. And I think anyone who enjoys horror or mythology or magical realism will hopefully get swept up in it.
Yeah. Oh, that I think I think it sounds really interesting. And I just finished reading a book for our school book club with our students. It's Warrior Girl Unearthed, and it had some of those notes in it as well for the young adult population. And we had a guest speaker talking about that very subject. And so the students were really interested and didn't realize how much of an issue that is. And so, yeah, I'm anxious to read your book.
Well, that's wonderful. I'm so glad that you introduced your students to that because
Yeah.
it is such a enormous problem that just is not spoken about nearly often enough, and
Yeah.
that's why it's as difficult to tackle as it is.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And
And I think bringing a diverse topics to students, I think it really helps them to understand the world better. And so, yeah, so I was really happy our librarian picked that book to be part of our book club this year.
Yeah, that's wonderful. I feel like as human beings, we're all born into a room, and every time we learn from a new perspective, a window is opened in that room that we couldn't have seen out of before. And so we just see more and more and more with every
Mm,
new perspective that we open.
absolutely.
Yeah. And another thing also is not only is it not talked about, but it's not reported near enough because a lot of a lot of the political avenues between indigenous people and what really goes on is so gray area because of the sovereignty and everything. So it's not a news thing that's usually let out. And it's really sad because, like you said, there's a lot more indigenous disappearing and a lot more missing. And we've all had to deal, especially here in Nashville, because we unfortunately are one of the largest capitals of human trafficking in the United States. So, because we are centrally located, and so I think what you are going to bring maybe hopefully will open the eyes and help for people to see more. And like you said, open a window, open a door, take down the walls, not even be in a room, just blow it wide open. So everybody can see that there's more out there and more to find and more to experience. And you've got a lot of great people on chat saying that it was a wonderful job, beautiful imagery, reading, very well done. Steve said very captivating, makes him want to hear more, and then Wayne says, great job, very well done. So I wholeheartedly agree and can't wait to hear more later.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I'll look
Thank
forward
Absolutely.
to the rest of the poems today and
Yes.
stories.
And thank you so much for joining us. We're so excited to have you. And we look forward to your book coming out in May.
you.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right.
Have a good day,
Yes.
Cassandra.
Thank you.